Well, cases of women who've died in states with pro-life laws have become national headlines this election season, like the case of Amber Nicole Thurman, who died after taking the abortion pill in 2022. On news site Pro-Publica, and Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris blamed Georgia's pro-life laws for her death.
And now we know that at least 2 women, and those are only the stories we know, here in the state of Georgia, died because of a Trump abortion ban. And we will speak her name, Amber Nicole Thurman.
Thurman went to a hospital after complications from the abortion pill, but the hospital staff allegedly waited 20 hours before performing a DNC to remove the remains of the baby. The family's attorneys, who originally blamed the pro-life laws, now say that, quote, even under Georgia law, doctors had a duty to act to save Amber. And Dr. Christina Francis, a board-certified OBGYN and the CEO of the American Association of Pro-Life Obstetricians and Gynecologists, joins us now to talk about the misinformation out there. Dr. Francis, thank you so much for joining us. Before we do that, though, I want to get your thoughts on Florida's Amendment 4 and where it stands right now.
Absolutely, Tracy. Well, this is an unprecedented victory for life since the Dobbs decision. This is the first amendment that we have defeated. And I think, as you just reported, it does appear that it has been defeated in Florida. And we are just so proud of our more than 700 physicians and medical professionals who stood and boldly defended their patients and stood for life-affirming health care in the state of Florida to help people understand that induced abortion is not needed for women to receive good care.
Yeah, and you guys all did a lot on the ground to kind of dispel all that misinformation.
Absolutely, absolutely. And our doctors teamed up even with Governor DeSantis in speaking the truth on this amendment. And again, fighting ads that were spreading, as you said, misinformation and lies about women not being able to receive health care in the state of Florida because of their current abortion law.
Yeah, and I want to go back to what we were talking about, Amber Thurman, her case in Georgia, where Harris said it was the pro-life laws that claimed her life. Hash that out for us. Is that true?
It is absolutely untrue. And I think it's really tragic that the death of this young mother is being used for a political agenda. You know, as you stated, Amber Thurman died actually from complications of the abortion drug. And yet no one in the political arena is talking about that she died of a known complication. In fact, the most common cause of death from the abortion drug mifepristone is infection, like what she suffered. She needed a DNC the moment she hit those hospital doors, and the doctors could have done that immediately under Georgia law. Georgia law allows for doctors to intervene immediately when there's a medical emergency, and also when there's no heartbeat, when the babies have already passed away, which hers had. And so this really is a tragic story, and I'm glad her family's attorneys are now suing for malpractice, which is what occurred. It was not the fault of Georgia's abortion law.
Yeah, and Dr. Francis, I mean, you know all about the misinformation that is out there surrounding us. Be clear, I mean, tell us, are there any laws that prohibit a pregnant mother from getting the emergency help that she needs?
There is not a single state law in effect in this country that prevents doctors like me and those that I represent from intervening immediately when a woman is facing a life-threatening pregnancy complication. I practice in Indiana, where abortion is largely illegal, and yet I have treated ectopic pregnancies since our law went into effect. I've treated miscarriages, and I've treated multiple pregnancy complications. There is no reason that physicians cannot act in these circumstances in any state in the country.
Yeah, and you've worked so hard to dispel this misinformation. Tell us, about the education that you work so hard to provide to voters about ballot initiatives.
Absolutely. So it's important, again, that people have accurate information when they go to vote. And so we know that there were ads out there from the pro-abortion side that were saying that women were dying because of these abortion laws. That absolutely wasn't true. So we started these physician coalitions to speak the truth and to stand boldly for their patients and for life.
Dr. Francis, thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for all that you do. God bless you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, Tracy.